Look, we've had some time now, right, to absorb the information from today. We've watched the video, we've seen the videos, we've read the articles, we've been on Reddit, we've seen it, we've seen everything. We're spending some time thinking about how we can put together a build for Zoh Shia, high rank Zoh Shia especially. Thoughts about Mizutsune, I'll release another video separately for that, but wanted to go straight for final boss. Looking into it, I've put together a couple of builds. The first one I'm going to show you is a non-artian based, everyday accessible build that anybody can use, but it's focused around insect glaive and getting in and out safely, making sure that the challenge is not too high, and also giving yourself a little protection while you're at it. Also, I'll run through the gems, the skills. Everybody who's got to high rank and end game should be able to build this build. There's no expensive gems in here, but it does have a couple of tweaks in there to just make sure that it should be confirmed that you make it out of this battle, and you make yourself look like this. Everybody wants this gear, even if it's just for fashion hunting, and if it brings along with it some skills and lets us make some mixed sets, great. But we'll run through it. Firstly, weapon. It's going to be gore magala insect glaive. Final level, it's going to give you a kinsect level of 10. Also, we are coupling this along with our trusty fiddle bricks. This is going to give you a severing blast kinsect level 10 kinsect, harvest extract and fast charge. You're going to be keeping them buffs up with a monster this big. Should be easy enough to keep, but running through this, we'll give you the overview. Dragon attack 3, critical element 3, attack boost 1, airborne 1, weakness exploit max, burst 4, dragon resistance 3, which is something I've threw in there, antivirus 3, latent power 2, evade window 1, recovery speed 1, coalescence 1, earplugs 1 and flinch 3. This is going to give you, as an insect glaive user, a good mix, but most importantly what I'll flash up on the screen for you here is an image of what your defense is going to look like. Thanks to the dragon resistance 3, this set combined being the gore meta set, but it's also going to give you a nice little chunk of 12 dragon resistance with 383 defense, which is nice. But coupling through that, flight attack duel, standard, airborne. I'll run through why I've gone airborne on this build, due to the fact that the wing arms on Zoh Shia, its weakest point, especially when using an element build like dragon. And being an insect glaive user, you're going to be the person up there, especially if you're fighting solo, to make sure you can do that damage. Weakness exploit 5, staple, 50% weakness on them wounds and weak areas, giving you that affinity. It's going to be great, you need it. Burst 4, usually run burst 5, giving you a little bit more elemental, especially when you're coming off the likes of a mount, and also coming in with quick attacks in your DPS windows is going to absolutely maximise what you need. And then dragon resistance 3. The reason why I've chose dragon resistance 3 is it's defense plus 10, dragon resistance plus 20. This combined set, which is a mix between 2 Arc Vulcan males, Arc Vulcan coil, the race embraces, gore greaves and gore helm. This, bringing in the dragon resistance in the level 1 duels, has got rid of my stamina, ability to regen stamina and maintain stamina. Once I've got to a certain point, and I think everybody's getting to this point now, you shouldn't really need the stamina. You should be fine. Diving around in the air, placing yourself well, comes more and more with time. But we'll see how that works out from there. Antivirus 3 for that 15% affinity, which is really, really nice with the Gore Magala 2 set. Everybody loves it. There's a reason why. It's a great set. And then later power 2 falls into this build, which I'm pulling straight from the braces. This is going to give me the extra bit of affinity that I need to make sure that I'm getting very, very close to that 100% affinity. Plus it also reduces stamina depletion by 30%, which means when I'm getting rid of my ability to regen stamina and maintain stamina, this is going to give me back what I need to during certain windows. Evade window 1, just the part of the build, it gives me that extra little tweak. Recovery speed 1's part of the build as standard in the gear. Coalescence 1 to give me a little bit more elemental damage and status build up. During this fight I expect Zoh Shia to put a few blights out due to the way that it attacks in its previous battle. Coalescence will kick in and give me what I need to. Earplugs 1 to top off. Every insect glaive build should have earplugs 1, so it maximum buffs your full earplugs. And flinch 3 1. Always nice to have to prevent knockbacks if you're in combo. But looking at that, easy to access, elemental, good affinity, hits 100% affinity in certain windows of time throughout the battle depending on how it's going. but only 203 attack, 300 dragon element. Really, really good white sharpness on this insect glaive. No master's touch in this one. I don't think you will need it, but I expect if the battle is what we expect it to be, you will have at least one window of sharpening in this. But yeah, that's an everyday, everybody can access, no problem at all, dragon build for Zoh Shia high rank. Interesting thing about that, I expect with the first title update, due to the fact that critical element isn't really working at the moment, we're aware of that, will be tweaked and fixed by that point. It is working slightly and giving you a little increase in your numbers, but will title update 1 resolve that problem, and will element become king again? But if not, it's a small difference. You will survive in this build. Use it, see what you can do. Secondly to that, we put together a dragon insect glaive Zoh build. This is an artian build. Funny enough, just before filming this video, I was re-rolling artian weapons with what I had, and we ended up rolling this magic piece of equipment. 4 attack boost, 1 sharpness, 3 attack in the production bonus. Give me a 225 and a 5% affinity, 225 attack, and 396 element with the way that I've built it. Pretty lucky, worth the grind, not too bad. Coming into the skills that this is going to build, we will put together 3 dragon attack, which comes in the 2nd gem. Critical eye, only 1 to get me up to 9% affinity. Critical element comes with the dragon attack duel, which is the one that I chose to do for that extra touch. Master's touch, not enough white sharpness on this weapon, but that in itself is going to give us enough. Bomb always in there, weakness exploit 5, burst 4, dragon resistance 3, antivirus 3, latent power 2. Same to the other build, just slightly different on the weapon attachments. But this is giving 225 raw, 9% affinity, and 396 dragon, and master's touch to make sure I can maintain sharpness. This one isn't going to hit 100% affinity unless I'm using the corrupted mantle, but will be falling into the 90s throughout multiple parts of the fight, which gives me enough justification to use master's touch, because if I'm positioned well and I'm fighting well and I'm locked in, we will be where we need to be doing what we need to do. And then them two, that may be not the everyday easy to access. The gems, yes, you don't have to have a critical agile gem there with airborne, you could put something else in. So if you was going, you could go airborne attack boost, airborne handicraft if you didn't use the mastery jewel. There's multiple options what you can do with airborne there, but it is there for you. But that is my fine-tuned artian dragon build. Let's say if we do get a little bit of an increase on element when fighting Zoh Shia. And then the all-round can go anywhere blast IG Zoa build that we put together is exactly the same set of skills, but based purely around crit. This is a fine-tuned blast artian roll with 3 critical boosts, 1 critical eye, 1 master's touch, 1 airborne. We're not focused on elements at all, but yeah, same defensively. It has got a 2-star weakness, Zoh Shia, to blast, so it's interesting to see that if I feel like not going element and element isn't quite doing what I needed to do, or isn't quick enough, or is not optimum enough for what I'm feeling, I will try this build. We will see what happens as the fight goes on from there, but this is my more, I'm in tune, I'm in swing, I understand the fight, I can maximise my DPS windows. I believe I'll do more damage proccing blast with this, with the blast insect also, with speed, but we'll see. It's there for the people who don't want to use element. All you've got to do is put an artian blast weapon in. Paralysis will work the same. It's got a 2-star weakness to paralysis, similar to the original last boss fight that you did, but that's there for you too. But it's there for you every day. You've got the everyday man. Doesn't matter. Don't need artian weapons. Don't like the look of them. Don't use them. Doesn't matter. Use this. Try it. Critical element will work. This will get you through the fight. Will it be as optimum and a speed run? Maybe not. But you'll survive. You'll live. The dragon resistance will help. You'll get around. You may struggle sometimes on stamina if you're not in the latent power proc. But I imagine as we adjust to this fight and the amount of damage this should do, you will find at least 2 to 3 windows of latent power within this fight, especially if you're fighting solo, because you will get caught by this boss first time round. You will lose enough health to put you in the latent power trigger. Dragon IG Zoa is the artian fine-tuned 4 attack roll, 1 sharpness roll. Beautiful weapon, should do the trick with more raw if the element is doing what I need it to do. And blast for the everyday man. Blast is everywhere. You can take it anywhere. You've always been able to. Monster Hunter World was exactly the same. Use it. Try it. Do it. But there it is from me. I'll post some other videos on where my theory crafting is landing in terms of Charge Blade next. I want to see exactly what I can put together with Charge Blade. Maybe do a couple of runs. But anything else you need, please get involved in the comments. Share your thoughts. Tell me what you're thinking about rolling. Tell me what you're thinking about putting together for that first fight. Drop us something in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Peace.